I want to apologize to Russell Westbrook. I came here and I talked all that good stuff when I said Russell Westbrook is 30-something years old and what good is he going to do to the Nuggets? Oh, nah, he's balling well. Shout out to Russ. I keep saying this, and maybe you don't hear me, and maybe you don't take me seriously.
They don't take you seriously.
They don't rate me.
They must listen to you.
Please, listen to me. Because tell me why you could get in a fight with someone and they head kick you, KO, put you to sleep. They take you to the hospital, and guess who's your doctor? The person who put you to sleep with a head kick. We all know that all roads go through Boston. If you want to go to the NBA Finals in the East, you gotta go through Boston or Miami, because they always somehow find a way to be in the picture. Yes, even though. Watch.
When was the last time the Ravens beat the Steelers?
All I know is Lamar has done it once in his career. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? What's good? Episode 18. We're old enough to drink now, bro. Look at that. We've come a long way. We're still going. I've given you this speech before. Let's do this. ITALKSPORTS. I'm Mukundi, and welcome. We're talking NFL. We're talking NBA. We're talking UFC. And I'll see what other tangent I go off on. But before we go anywhere, before we do too much, I've done something. I feel like I'm going to regret this. But I've done something for the quality of our show, right? NJ, how are you?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm all good. I got my own microphone now, so you can't ignore me now. Your listeners can't ignore me now. Chelsea won again. We are third on the log. We're up. We are up. We beat a rival. There's
the beauty in all of this.
There is. We won against Leicester City. Okay, you cut them off. You cut me off.
That's the beauty. That's the only way this could have worked. That's the only way this could have worked. Because otherwise, this man will be a problem. But anyway.
And Chelsea won against Leicester City.
Won against Leicester City. Leicester, you had one job. Leicester City had one job. I sat here and I said, Leicester, please take care of Chelsea for me. Okay, fine. This is why I don't watch your sport, by the way.
Leicester City and the Ravens are friends. Anyway, let's move on.
Damn. They really are. But the Ravens haven't played this weekend. They played tonight. So we'll see if they're going to ruin the rest of my week. But anyway, my dude, how are you? Are you fine? Yeah. Just tell me down there. Mukundi, I'm fine. Mukundi, I'm well. How are you? Jared McCain is the Rookie of the Year, as he said himself. And, oh my God, I am parched. But, as the Kosa say, Ndiabulisa Kubani? That's I hope I said the right Kosa. But anyway, shout out to our friends at Switch for keeping me hydrated and fresh, because it is gonna be a hot week. But Hadikal. Okay. Jared McCain is the Rookie of the Year, bro. So far, he is the sensation in Philadelphia. Philly has a tendency of getting great rookies. Allen Iverson, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. We shall not talk about Markelle Fultz, because we all know how that went. Number 1 pick, Markelle Fultz. My boy and I were actually having a conversation about him last week. Could he be the greatest bust at the guard position? I think he is, because this dude was supposed to be number 1. This dude was supposed to be the guy. But he's in Orlando now, and I think he's hurt, actually. But we shall figure it out. Jared McCain is the Rookie of the Year. Why do I say that? He is balling, bro. He's doing everything that he has to do. He's assisting, he's scoring, he's rebounding, and he's just a ball of energy. He's an energizer bunny. Whenever he's on the court, it's just happy. It's just happy times. And I can't say enough about him. He's playing well. He's balling well. Let me tell you what he's done in his last 10 games. Are you ready for this? This is just points, by the way. But in the last 10 games, he's dropped 18, 27, 23, 34, 29, 20, 20, 30, 18. Averaging 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Shout out Jared McCain, Rookie of the Year in Philadelphia. However, the Sixers as a whole are a very disappointing team right now. They are one of the worst teams in the league, and I'll get to them later. I just wanted to tell you that Jared McCain is the rookie of the year, and he's holding it down in Philly. Why? Paul George hurt his knee. Again, Joel Embiid's knee. Still hurt. Even Tyrese Maxey is hurt now. So your big three is out of commission. All of them. Who else can you name on the Philadelphia 76ers? Besides Jared McCain, because I already told you about him. But who else can you name on this Philadelphia 76ers team? But I trust in Nick Nurse. He's a great coach. I think Nick Nurse does a great job of getting players together and making the best out of what he's given. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard for getting him that championship in Toronto. But I believe in Nick Nurse, and I think he's going to do well. We shall see moving forward. Okay, the Emirates Cup. It is lit now. I used to call it the in-season tournament, but, I got peer pressured into calling it the Emirates Cup because everybody is calling it the Emirates Cup. The Rockets, the Lakers, and the Warriors are all atop their respective groups in the West, while the Magic, Bucks, and Hawks are atop their respective groups in the East. I love the beauty of the in-season tournament because look at the Milwaukee Bucks. We can finally say they're at the top of something, eh? Even though it's their group, but they're at the top of something, and they're one of the worst teams in the East right now. But they seem to be picking up. They've won their last couple of games. Doc Rivers seems to be coaching well now, and I think this is it for Doc Rivers. But once again, I'll get to that later. I want to tell you that the in-season tournament is lit. We will get to the knockout stages soon. Probably we're in the end of November now, so in the next 2-3 weeks, we should be starting with the in-season tournament knockout stages, and then the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then we finally get the final game, and which will be in Vegas. And I like the fact that it's at a very neutral location, because then there's no such thing as home ground advantage. Yeah, can't do that. Can't do none of that. However, it is a pretty cool idea. I'm not gonna lie. When it started, I was like, Adam Silver, what are you doing? But he's won me over. He's done great thus far, and it manages to still give you that sense of excitement that you get. Damn near playoff level excitement. Not necessarily to that degree, but damn near playoff level excitement. I will say, I cannot stand those courts. Have you seen the in-season tournament courts? They are some of the ugliest things you'll ever see. NJ, have you seen those courts, bro?
No, I haven't seen them.
Bro, thank God. You might want to take off your glasses when you do see them. They are terrible. They are terrible. Listen, I appreciate the effort, and I see what the league was trying to do, but those courts are fugly, bro. They are so ugly. Just Google it. I'll probably put a picture somewhere up here, but either way, it does not look good, and it's so distracting. It's just so bright. There's just so much color on the court. But we shall move on. So 8 teams are going to advance to the knockout stages, which is the 6 teams leading the groups in their respective conferences. And there's going to be the 2 wild cards, which are the teams that finish second in the group, but they got the best record in the group stages. And then if there's a tiebreaker, there's a whole other section that I'm not going to get to now, because chances are we probably won't even have a tiebreaker. While we're still on the league, I want to talk about the NBA standings. I want you to listen to this, bro. I'm going to tell you how each conference is doing. I'm going to start off with the East. Why? Because why not? The Cavs are currently at the top of the East with 17 wins and 1 loss, courtesy of Boston. Shout out Boston. They came in there and they did what they had to do.
Professional haters. They're professional haters.
Yes. You know why? Because they did say, we know they're coming in here undefeated. They're coming in our building undefeated for an in-season tournament game. Nah. However, shout out to the Cavs. They were very competitive in that game. They did not give up, even though Darius Garland played one of the worst games of his career. I think he made like 3 of 21. 0 for 6 from 3. Damn. I didn't even know you could stay on the court if you did that. But he's the second best player on the Cavs, arguably, after Donovan Mitchell, and he just did not play well, and that came back to bite them. However, speaking of the Celtics, number 2, 14-3. Celtics are number 2. They're firing on all cylinders. Porzingis still hasn't come back, and when he does, I think it's just going to be an even better team. As much as the Cavs are at the top of the East right now, we all know that all roads go through Boston. If you want to go to the NBA Finals in the East, you gotta go through Boston or Miami because they always somehow find a way to be in the picture, even though they're gonna be a play-in team and Jimmy Butler is gonna stop dropping triple doubles and everything. It's not gonna make sense. Oh my god. Something in my throat. I don't know what it is. It's probably NG's new microphone. Are you doing this?
I don't engage in witchcraft unprovoked.
Okay, so the Celtics are playing well. They're reigning defending champions, and if you're gonna make it to the NBA Finals and you're from the East, all roads will have to go through Boston, and they have something to say about that. They're chucking threes, chucking threes at a historic clip. However, they're making threes at a historic clip. So can we really argue with them? Can we really fight with them? Can we really say anything? No. Joe Mazzulla is coaching his ass off. Jason Tatum is playing his ass off. He's still pissed even though Steve Kerr beat him, so you can put that to the side. Jaylen Brown is playing his ass off. Reigning defending finals MVP Jaylen Brown. Drew Holiday's doing his thing. Derek White is doing his thing. This is a great team. Best team in the league, maybe. I'm saying it. What team can you objectively look at and say they can beat Boston? I'll wait.
Miami Heat.
Yes. In 7. Miami in 7 because Boston has a tendency of losing to teams they have no business losing to. The biggest culprit being the Miami Heat, who have beaten Boston multiple times in the postseason when they had no business beating them. I'm talking about from second round to the conference finals. It makes no sense, but that's the Eric Spoelstra effect. Okay, the Orlando Magic are number 3 in the East, which I did not expect. After Paolo Banchero, by the way, I had to learn how to say Paolo Banchero because I listened to the other episode and I was saying Blankero the whole time. I don't know how. I don't know why. Don't blame me. Nendemuven, that's English choshkangachkepe, and I'm doing my best here, so work with me. But Paolo Banchero is out. He's been out for a couple weeks. I talked about it, I think, in episode 10 or something. I don't even remember. Such a long time ago. But the Magic are missing one of their best player, and they still somehow number 3 in the East. The Knicks are number 4, and we shall see how they do. Jalen Brunson is still trying to figure it out. Jalen Brunson doesn't look like himself much now, but I think he's just still getting into it. Cat is doing well. I will say Bodega Cat, because that's his new nickname, which I did not even know. But Bodega Cat seems to be doing well. And the Heat are number 5. The Bucks have finally gotten in the top 8. They're number 6. Hawks are number 7. And rounding it off are the Pacers. And it's still tricky in the East. Out of the 8 teams that are in the top, only 6 have winning records. And the Miami Heat are right there sitting at 500 with 7-7. Okay, let's go to the other side where, hey, it's lit there. It's called the Wild Wild West for a reason. Rounding it off at the top are the Warriors with 12-4. The Warriors are legit title contenders. I'm saying it. Steph is playing well. I've done this so many times already. Paz is playing well. Wiggins is playing well. Kuminga might get traded, and I fear for that because sometimes he's starting, sometimes he's on the bench, sometimes he's playing 20 minutes a game, sometimes he's barely playing. Doesn't make sense. OKC are still number 2. They still don't have Chet, but he's going to be out for a while, so it's something that you should just make peace with. The Rockets are number 3. Lakers are number 4. Clippers are number 5. Nuggets are number 6. I want to apologize to Russell Westbrook. I came here and I talked all that good stuff when I said Russell Westbrook is 30-something years old and what good is he going to do to the Nuggets? Oh, nah, he's balling well. Shout out to Russ. Just got his 200th triple-double. Another round of applause. That is mad, bro. That is mad. Just got his 200 triple-double, and he's going to do well. He's doing well in Denver. Off the bench, he's a nice energizer bunny, brings that veteran experience, and he's also just playing well. This is the best he's played over the last, I'd say, 2-3 years maybe, because we all know what happened in L.A. Lakers, because the Clippers run was kind of nice. So Grizzlies number 7, and the Suns are number 8. Very disappointing, but we shall see how it happens moving forward. I still think it's very early in the season to make any type of solid predictions. You understand? We all know the teams that we seeing what we expected from a bunch of the teams. Sure, are there disappointments? Are there weird outliers. Yes, we thought the Mavs would be doing better. We thought the Bucks and the 76ers would be doing so much better. But sometimes it's just the way of the game when we can't really put out the fact that most of these teams are riddled with injuries. The NBA has an injury problem because a lot of stars are getting hurt. And once your star players are hurt, then what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? I want to touch on UFC for 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. You know why? Because tell me why you could get in a fight with someone and they head kick you, KO, put you to sleep. They take you to the hospital, and guess who's your doctor? The person who put you to sleep with a head kick. That's the case of Shi Ming, new UFC sensation. In her UFC debut, she won and she beat her opponent, Feng Xiaokan. Man, I'm so glad I can pronounce all these names. She won! Head kick, my boy. Head kick, put her to sleep, and I'm pretty sure she was the doctor of the hospital when they got her there. What am I saying? Shi Ming is a qualified doctor. Yes, she's on a bar somewhere. I don't know what the medical field or the medical body is there, but she's there, and she is now a mixed martial artist. Beat her opponent.
Put her to sleep.
Put her to sleep.
Woke her up again.
Resuscitate her. To treat her. Yes. And that's what she's just gonna keep doing.
One block.
I'm gonna
holding her down, gun on her waist, smile on my face. We took a nap, woke up. You ever go night night?
Everybody go night night. So she go night night. She helps you up again, and I'm gonna follow her career, but I hope that it doesn't disappoint me because that was her debut, bro. She wasn't even on the main card. This wasn't the preliminary fights. I just thought you needed to know that there's a person in the UFC that can knock you out and help you afterwards because she's a doctor. And that's so cool. By the way, NJ's a doctor too. Hey, yo.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very tough journey, very difficult, but I did the best that I could. And now people are talking to me nicely, except for this guy because he thinks I'm not a nice person. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, for all the work. And see you next year for the next season.
Thank you. I just had to let you know that my boy's a doctor now. He went through the whole thing, and I saw him in the red gown yesterday. So cool, man. I'm proud of you, bro. But we shall move, and let's get more violent. The NFL season is in full swing, and I keep saying this, and maybe you don't hear me, and maybe you don't take me seriously.
They don't take you seriously.
They don't rate me.
They must listen to you.
Please, listen to me.
Listen to him. Talk to him nicely.
Because how many times have I said now, my children, each and every one of them, will be named Saquon Barkley. How many times have I said that now, bro?
Said it about 15 times now.
Thank you. You know why? Because Saquon Barkley just ran himself to the top of the MVP race. Yes. Literally. Let me tell you, this dude, listen, the Eagles beat the Rams 37-20. Nice. Now the Eagles are 9-2, and they sit at the top of the NFC East. However, I need you to know that Matthew Stafford made 24 of his 36 passes, threw for 243 yards, and had 2 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Eagles, made 15 of his 22 passes, 179 yards, and 1 touchdown. 2 solid games from 2 solid quarterbacks. Until we get to the bad man, Saquon Barkley, my children's namesake. How? Probably the best running back in the league. You can have that conversation with Derrick Henry, and maybe we'll see where that goes. But Saquon Barkley is a bad man. This brother had 26 carries, and are you ready for this? I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this a quarterback stats? But no. Saquon Barkley had 26 carries, rushed for 255 yards, with an average of 9.8 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. Both of them crazy long runs. I think the other one was a 70-yard run, actually, which is mad. But he's played himself into the MVP conversation. If you don't consider him at least top 4 in MVP consideration, then you are just a hater. Yeah, I said it. And you can come back and fight me, and I'll call you a hater again, and I'll call you a hater again, and I'll call you a hater again, because Saquon Barkley is playing, man. The Chiefs, on the other hand, it's such a weird case, because the Chiefs are 10-1. Statistically speaking, at least if you just look at the record, they should be the best team in the league. We should be sitting here saying the Chiefs are the best team in the league, but they just don't have it. Every game has been a one-score game. They've just they've just not looked right. Sure, players are injured. Key players are injured. Pachenko is injured. Rashid Rice still needs to come back. I get it. A lot of players are injured. But the Chiefs are playing straight weird football that is just predicated on Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes. Thank God they have that dude on their team. Otherwise, there would be a 500 team at best. Because their defense is top-notch. You can't get me to say anything bad about their defense. But their offense is... come on, man. Come on, man. Once again, if you didn't have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, then there would be a 500 team at best. That's why even their games all go down to the wire. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you're a coach, whether you're a defensive coordinator, whether you're the opposing quarterback, whether you're the pass rusher on the other team. I don't care. In the final 2 minutes of the game, if the ball is in Kansas City's possession and Patrick Mahomes is on the other side, you will fear for your life. Regardless of how bad the team has been throughout the entire game and damn season, once Patrick Mahomes has the ball in the last 2 minutes of the game, tickets, as they say in Ben City.
Proud.
Yeah. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of all the other games. I decided to start with the NBA and not the NFL today. Figured I might see how that goes. So the Steelers the Browns beat the Steelers. Shout out Jimmy Swinston, still playing well, still giving us quotables. Mike Tomlin, I don't know if this is going to hurt his Coach of the Year chances, but it probably will because Dan Campbell is also just handing out ass whoopings. Why am I saying that? The Lions beat the Colts 24-6, and Gibbs and Montgomery are still the best running duo in the league. Both had touchdowns yesterday. Gibbs Gibbs. Oh my God. Jahmyr Gibbs played so well. He had 21 carries, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I can't say anything else. The Vikings beat the Bears 30-27. And this was actually a weird game because Justin Jefferson only had 2 targets. Yeah, Justin Jefferson only had two receptions for 27 yards. Imagine, one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. I think he's the best in my opinion. But Jamar Chase might have something else to say about that. So, very weird week. The Ravens play tonight, and I want to see how that goes because they're going to break my heart again. Thank God I'm not the angry black man today. I guess I'll be the angry black man on Friday, innit? So, yeah, very awkward episode 18 because I didn't start with NFL, but I liked it. Gave me a chance to talk more basketball because, you know, I love talking basketball as much as I love talking football. I don't know. I could go off on a tangent on both. NJ won't let me record for 50 minutes again. I don't know why, because it's a hating act. Turned off your mic. Okay, I'll turn it off like 5 seconds. What's up?
This has been a very good episode. I still have one question.
Yes. Watch.
When was the last time the Ravens beat the Steelers?
All I know is Lamar has done it once in his career. Which does not sit well with me. But oh my God.
Question number 2. Steph wins the chip and the Finals MVP. Is he top 5 all time?
Yes. Is that even a question? What do you think? If Steph wins Finals MVP, and well, obviously another chip with the Finals MVP, is he not top 5? I believe he is.
I think he's better than LeBron.
This has been episode 18, and I am glad you had a great time with me. 22 minutes of me talking sports and nonsense as per usual. And just go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Spotify or any other platform, just save, rate, listen. I don't know how that goes. And we shall meet right here for episode 19, and it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna drink my switch. I'm gonna wait for the Ravens game to start, and I will see you next time. As always, until next time, enjoy the violence.